So some of you guys may have seen rainbow cookies at an Italian bakery or a store and wondered how they make them. And today I'm going to show you. So some materials that you're going to need are three 13 by 9 inch pans and a mixing bowl. Some ingredients that you're going to need are 1 cup of sugar, 1 8-ounce can of almond paste, 3 sticks of butter, 4 eggs, a 1/4 cup of milk, 2 teaspoons of almond extract, 2 cups of flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of red food coloring and green food coloring, 1/2 cup of raspberry jam, and 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. First thing you're going to want to do is combine your sugar, your almond paste, and your butter into one bowl and mix that together. Once that's mixed, you want to add the other 2 sticks of butter so that the batter becomes smoother. After you finish the batter, you want to go get your 4 eggs, and what you want to do is separate them. So you should get 2 bowls, and when you get your 2 bowls, you want to use 1 bowl and crack open the egg, and then you want to move the yolk back and forth between the eggshells. And this will allow the egg whites to drop into one of the bowls, and it can take a little bit of time, but then once you're done getting the egg whites out, you want to put the yolk into a separate bowl and discard the eggshells. Once you discard the eggshell, you want to gradually add the bowl that has the egg yolk. You want to gradually add the yolk into your batter and allow it to mix for just a couple minutes before you add anything else. After that, you want to add your 1/4 cup of milk and 2 teaspoons of almond extract. After you add your almond extract and your milk, you want to add your 2 cups of flour, allow it to mix, and then set it aside and go back to your egg whites. You're going to take a handheld mixer, put it on the highest setting possible, and mix it until your egg whites become super fluffy and super stiff. Then you want to take your egg whites and fold it into your batter that's already made, and this will allow it to become super smooth so you can divide it into 3 bowls. Next, you want to get 3 bowls out so you can distribute the batter evenly between each. In this video, I was able to get about 2 cups of batter into each of the bowls, and this is so each layer of cake will be even and none of them will be too big or too small. Once you've finished evenly distributing the batter, you want to take 2 of the bowls, and in one of them you want to put your red food coloring and mix it till you get a pinkish color. And in the second bowl, you want to take your green and get a green color, and the third one you just want to leave alone. After that, you want to grease your pans and then line them with parchment paper just so that nothing sticks to the bottom. And after you line all 3, you can take your batter and you can evenly spread them into each pan, and then to spread them out all over the pan, I used a spatula and an offset spatula just so there was no uneven surfaces. After you have spread out the batter across the whole pan, you can put them in the oven, which should be preheated to 325 degrees, and you're going to put them each on their own shelf for 6 minutes. After the 6 minutes are up, you're going to turn them 180 degrees and put them in for another 6 to 8 minutes. Once they're done, you can take them out and let them cool. And once they're cool, you are going to put raspberry jam on the green layer. That's about a 1/4 cup of raspberry jam, and then on top of that you're going to layer your yellow layer and put a 1/4 cup of jam on top of that, and after that you're going to finish it off with the pink layer. Once you put the pink layer on top, you're going to put parchment on it, and you can either find a pan or a covering. In this case, I'm using a covering to one of my pans, and you want to turn it upside down and fit it into the pan and put some kind of weight on it. So I'm going to put a stack of printer paper on it just so that the weight is distributed evenly and the cake can almost be crushed down into each other. After this, you're going to put it in the fridge for at least 4 to 5 hours, or some people like to do it overnight. Either one is fine. After you take it out of the fridge, you should have some chocolate chips melted already, and you're going to take the weights and the covering and the parchment off of the pink layer. You're going to take about half of the chocolate that you melted, and you're going to pour it on top of the pink layer and spread it all around. After this is done, you want to put it back in the fridge for about 30 minutes to allow the chocolate to set. Once that's done, you are going to take out the cake again and you're going to put a cutting board on top of the pan, and you want to flip the pan over so that when you pick the pan up, the green side should be on top, and you can just peel that parchment paper right off. And then you're going to take the rest of your chocolate and dump it on that green layer and spread it around, and then you can put it back in the fridge for another 30 minutes. After your second 30 minutes are up, you're going to take it out of the fridge, make sure that the chocolate is set, and you're going to take a knife and cut off any extra cake or chocolate that might be on the sides to make it even on all four sides. And after that, you can cut them however you like and enjoy.